A man who spent nearly 7 years in prison for raping a child now asking Governor Lee to exonerate him, or in other words, clear his name. But before the case could be sent to the governor's office, William Arnold had to go before the state's Board of Parole and face his accuser once again.
Because of the sensitive nature of the allegations in this case, we want you to know we are choosing not to identify the accuser. Jennifer Krause has followed the case since the beginning back in 2011 and was there for the recent hearing.
The meeting room in downtown Nashville was packed with what was described as an unusually large crowd.
This will be an exoneration hearing for William Edward Arnold,
as the Tennessee Board of Parole considered whether or not to recommend that Governor Lee exonerate William Arnold.
This is an unusual case.
Arnold, now 50, was accused in 2011 by a young man he'd been mentoring through the Big Brothers Big Sisters program of sexual battery and rape. Arnold was arrested, convicted, and sent to prison, though he continued to maintain his innocence. Then in 2020, the Tennessee Court of Appeals overturned his conviction, citing in a lengthy ruling misconduct by the prosecutors. Then the Davidson County District Attorney's conviction review team told a judge it would not retry the case because the DA's office no longer had confidence in Arnold's conviction and his guilt.
Before we begin at this time, I would like to ask...
Now, after serving nearly 7 years of a 25-year sentence, Arnold wants to start his life again with a clean slate.
And I stand here today telling you that I did not do this. Nothing ever happened. And I plead that this board make the right decision and exonerate me.
Arnold had many supporters there with him, including a longtime friend, another young man he'd once mentored, and his former boss at the Tennessee Board of Regents.
There's never a description of the overlap of this big coincidence regarding another alleged William.
And Arnold's attorney explained to the board that this was actually a case of two men named William. Arnold and a teenager also named William, who was in a sexual relationship with the accuser at about the same time.
This person goes to prison while that William goes on with life.
But on the other side of the room sat Arnold's accuser and his mother, their team of attorneys, as well as quite a few family members and friends.
My son was raped by William Arnold. Police believed him. The district attorneys believed him. And a jury of 12 people believed him. And I believe him.
The accuser's mother fought back tears as she spoke and was followed by several relatives and the lawyers who were representing the accuser and his mother in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against Arnold and the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization. Then Arnold's accuser, who's now a 24-year-old man, stood up, read a prepared statement, and then closed with an impassioned plea.
I just want this to be over. He doesn't deserve to be exonerated. It's not right for me. It's not fair it's not fair to me. It's not fair to anyone for him to walk away free.
The board listened for nearly 3 hours and then
I recommend Governor Lee, based on a preponderance of the evidence, exonerate Mr. Arnold.
Just one voted to exonerate Arnold, while the others...
I recognize that your conviction has been overturned by the courts, but in light of the evidence and the testimony that we have heard, I do not feel we've heard enough to definitively recommend that the governor grant an exoneration.
The accuser's family celebrated outside afterwards.
Girl, I can't even explain. Words don't even explain. Because guilty is guilty, wrong is wrong.
While Arnold tried to look on the bright side.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm not going back to prison. I'm not about to go to the hole. I'm not about to get into a fight or get jumped by gang members. So the worst of it is behind me. I just want my life back.
Despite the board's decision, the case is still being forwarded to the governor's office for review. The governor is not bound by the board's ruling and can still decide to exonerate William Arnold. If that does not happen, though, the board did tell Arnold that if he discovers any new evidence going forward, he's welcome to come back and reapply. Jennifer Krause, News Channel 5 Investigates.
Now, if you'd like to watch any of Jennifer's previous stories on this case, we've got them all on newschannel5.com.